The May 1 deadline for the total withdrawal of foreign troops from Afghanistan looms large. With just weeks to go, the US Defense Secretary has paid a visit to Kabul.
It's obvious that the level of violence remains pretty high in the country. We'd really like to see that violence come down. In terms of an end date or setting a specific date for withdrawal, that's the domain of my boss.
His boss, US President Joe Biden, says the drawdown timeframe will be tough to meet. But right now, the new US administration is still reviewing the country's role in Afghanistan. The US has been looking for an exit strategy for years. American boots have been on the ground there for nearly 2 decades. Biden, like his predecessor, promised to end forever wars. The May deadline is a legacy of the Trump administration's deal made with the Taliban in Doha in Qatar last year. As part of that agreement, the Taliban committed to cutting ties with terrorist groups, reducing violence and taking part in intra-Afghan talks. But what it left out was a commitment to a peace accord with the Afghan government. For its part, the Taliban has warned Washington, D.C. that it needs to hold up its end of the deal.
If we want to put an end to the problem, the Doha Agreement must be implemented. If someone violates the agreement and goes against it, which we are not expecting, it is obvious that it will create some problems, and then in that case the responsibility would be with the people or parties who violate the agreement.
The players at this negotiating table have been here before. This time they were meeting in Russia in yet another bid to revive stalled peace talks between the Afghan government and the Taliban.
Now let's talk, let's achieve peace, work together, live together in peace, maintaining our own different views, but at the same time make a commitment that we don't resort to violence.
The US has proposed a way to expedite the path to peace, power sharing between Kabul and the Taliban. It would require establishing a transitional government ahead of any further elections. But the Afghan president, Ashraf Ghani, has rejected the concept. He says any new government has to be chosen by Afghans.
با کسانی که برای رسیدن به قدرت به این و آن دروازه میروند برادرانه توصیه میکنم که اقتدار سیاسی در افغانستان یک دروازه و یک کلید دارد و آن راه آزاد مردم افغانستان است.
While pressure is mounting from the international community to reach a political settlement, ordinary Afghans continue to bear the consequences of an ever-deteriorating security situation. There were hopes of a reduction in violence after last year's Doha deal, but the first few months of 2021 have dashed them. It's added yet another layer of complexity to the efforts to try to end this decades-long conflict. International players appear compelled to broker a deal. There'll be another major peace summit in Turkey in April. But it's Afghans who've already endured so much that will have to live with the consequences of the decisions made beyond their borders. Natalie Pohanen, The Newsmakers.